a design skill for Claude Code, Cursor, and Codex that refuses to look AI-generated. Hallmark is a tool created by Together AI that selects a macrostructure for a brief, dresses it in one of 20 themes, applies 57 slop test gates, runs a pre-made self-critique, and refuses the distribution defaults that many large language models were trained to use. 2 pages created by Hallmark for 2 different briefs feel like entirely different sites, not just color swaps of the same template. 4 verbs. The skill comes with 4 primary commands. The first is the default command. You run it by telling Hallmark to audit a target. It builds a new user interface. It picks a macrostructure, applies the rule set, runs the slop test, and then hands back the result. The second command scores existing code against the anti-patterns that the skill checks for. It produces a punch list but does not edit the code. The third command redesigns an existing page. It throws out the original structure but keeps the copy, information architecture, and brand, then rebuilds with a different fingerprint. The fourth command studies a design you admire, either a screenshot or a URL. It extracts the DNA of that design, the macrostructure, type pairings, and color anchor, refuses pixel clones and paid templates, and can optionally emit a portable design file for handoff to other AI tools. Different briefs, different shapes. Each generated page comes from a different brief. The skill picks the theme, structure, and craft to fit each one, not from a template. Examples include a sourdough app called Bubble, an extraction API called Distill, a record label called Cold Snap, an AI reasoning tool called Cinder, a tea menu called Ferns and Fathom, a honey farm called Helloback Apiary, a print fair called Off Register, a type studio called Press Quaternary, a sauce product page called Tally, a travel booking site called Wayfair, a Moroccan fashion brand called Najm, and a developer infrastructure site called Hyperlane. Each page is a self-contained HTML and CSS file, stamped with its macrostructure and the CSS comment. The full set can be browsed at usahallmark.com or under the site tests directory. Custom New. When a brief carries creative intent that no catalog theme fits, Hallmark switches to custom mode and designs the page from scratch. A Matado measure palette, type, and layout. The same 57 slop test gates apply, but there is no template underneath. This mode is a quiet branch that vanilla briefs never see. The protocol lives in a markdown file that explains the custom theme. Install. To add Hallmark to your workflow, you run a command similar to this in a terminal, npx skills add Nutlope Hallmark, rerun it anytime to update, or copy the main skill file and its references folder into your local skill directories. For Claude Code the folder goes into Claude Skills Hallmark. For Cursor it goes into Cursor Rules Hallmark MDC, the body of the skill file without front matter. For Codex, you can place it in Codex Skills Hallmark or in Codex Skills Hallmark for a project scoped installation. The rule set lives in the main skill file and the references folder. Worked examples are available in the recipes documentation and study examples. License. The skill is released under the MIT license. Use it, fork it, ship it.